Hello friends, welcome to Wellbeing Café and day 14 of our 30-day Learn Challenge. If this is your first time on the channel, our Learn variation has more anatomical cueing, and it is the first of 4 months worth of different challenges based on our Life Yoga series. For today, we are at day 14. We're at the end of our second week, and that means a gentle flow. Time to create space for all of the places we've been strengthening, to provide additional space for the growth of the muscles and give us space as well from harder movement. For today's class, no props are necessary, but I would recommend having our usual props, a blanket or something to pad your knees, and a block or book, something that you can push against to support you. Thank you so much for joining, and we will begin in a seated position. Legs can be crossed or you can be on your knees. Whatever serves you in this moment as you close your eyes. Inhale, fill up your body. Exhale, release all the way to the bottom. Inhale twice, first filling up. Inhale at the top. Exhale all the way down. Once again, double inhale. Inhale, fill up. Inhale again. Exhale all the way down. One more time, fill up. Inhale again. Exhale, release, and allow your breath to become natural. Coming to presence with just where you are. Bring awareness to the top of your head and scan through your body. What sensations do you feel in this moment? Inhale, bring the arms overhead, starting with gentle warm-up before we come to the slower poses. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, paint the arms towards the ground. The right arm stays on the ground or comes to a block or book. As you inhale, the left arm sweeps up and over for a side body stretch. Exhale, deepen the position. Inhale, open up. Exhale, close. Inhale, both arms come through center. Exhale, both arms come down to the ground. Keep your left arm down. Inhale, peel the right arm over. Exhale, find depth. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, both arms come through center. Exhale, paint the wall in front of you and come to tabletop position. As you arrive, set up your foundations, knees below the hips and wrists below the shoulders. Inhale, lower belly, raise gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. 2 more times at your own pace. Allow this motion to be near effortless. Gently waking up the spine without putting a lot of pressure on it. Continue to move in these motions or go inward for a moment into your body and take organic motions in the hips and in the shoulders. Bring the chest down and up to one side. Down and up to the other. Allow these organic movements to be based upon what your body is telling you. What does your body need? From all the movement we've gone through this week and anything else in your week as well. One more breath of exploration. Come back to a neutral position and slowly sit back to your heels. Option to cross the legs and come into a cross-legged position, or to come back onto your heels for a kneeling position. As you arrive, bring your hands to your knees. Inhale, your shoulders come towards your ears. Exhale, bring them down and back. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, down and back. One more time. Inhale, we roll them up. Exhale, down and back. Bring the chin to the chest. Slowly bring the left ear over the left shoulder. With control, roll back down to center. And over to the opposite side, right ear over right shoulder. Come back through center. And the next time, left ear is over left shoulder, keep it there. Bring the right arm out to the side. Option to point the thumb towards the ceiling or to flex through the wrist. And to slowly raise the arm up for a deeper sensation through the right trap, the right trapezius. Find the spot that feels best with your hand placement, knowing anatomically all of us are different. You may need something a little different than I do. Two additional options for this position. One is to take your right hand and place it underneath your right glute or right shin for a deeper sensation. Option two is to take your left hand and to place it on top of your head. Allow the weight of the hand by itself to provide additional depth. Do not pull on it. We don't want to take ourselves too far. Just find something that feels good. Slowly bring the left hand down if you had it on the head. Bring the right arm out from under you. And slow and controlled roll the head through center. And to the opposite side. One more time around. Take your time. We are in no hurry. And the next time, your right ear is over the right shoulder. Keep it there. Find your initial depth, and then play with the left hand, the left arm, flexing through the wrist or pointing the thumb up. Find the spot. That spot is if somebody is itching your back. That feels good. Option to place the left hand underneath your glute or shin. And to place the right hand on top of the head for gravity to aid you in this position, even more than it already is. Let every exhale relax your shoulders more to create further space in the area where you feel the stretch. And slowly release the right hand down. Take the left hand out from under you if it is. And bring the chin back to the chest. Slowly go through center to the opposite side. Take one more neck roll if your body is asking for it. Slow and controlled. Come back to center, gently raise your gaze up. And come back into tabletop position. From tabletop, knees can be close together or wide as you sit back into child's pose. Come to the variation that serves you, knowing you can pad with a blanket if that feels good. Reach the arms forward, deep inhale. Exhale, release. Allow your heart to melt towards the mat as you reach your hands further forward. Two options from here as well. Option one is to bring your elbows to the ground and to bring your hands together in a prayer-like position over the top of your head, stretching through your triceps, and shoulder flexion. Option two is to reach your hands further forward and to slowly bring your hips off of your heels, maybe all the way to puppy pose where the hips are directly above the knees, finding a deeper shoulder stretch. No, you can also be somewhere in between child's and puppy pose. In yin, this is sometimes referred to as tadpole pose. But know as well, what matters most is not the name, it's that it feels good. You find the spots to relieve tension, to find recovery, and create space for growth. Two more deep breaths. Breathe into the sensation and release. 2 options from here. Option 1 is to look between your thumbs and come forward to Sphinx pose, bringing your knees so that they are not nearly as far apart. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Option 2 is to slowly sit back up onto your heels for a kneeling position or cross-legged, and to bind the hands behind you, opening your chest, finding spinal extension by looking up. Wherever you are, inhale, pull your heart forward. Exhale, relax your gaze down in front of your fingertips if you are in Sphinx, or just down if you are in the other extension. Find what feels best in your neck and invite other motions in. If you're in Sphinx, relax your shoulder blades down and play with the width between your feet to find the best spot. And if you're in Sphinx pose and you feel any pinching in your back, gently engage the glutes and slowly release them. If the pinching continues, then please come to the other position. Ensure that you do not feel any pain wherever you are. One more deep breath. Exhale, and 2 options. Option 1 is to come all the way to your belly, and option 2 is to come back into child's pose. For either one, we will be playing with open wing and closed wing. For closed wing pose from child's pose, bring both hands back, support yourself with your right hand. Bring your left arm out and thread it underneath your right arm. Keep your torso squared towards the ground as you reach your right arm forwards, finding a deeper stretch in your left shoulder, maybe your left shoulder blade. If you're on your belly, we'll do the same thing. Starting from a Sphinx-like position, bring your right arm further forward, thread your left arm underneath, and slowly come down. Breathe into your shoulder. And know if neither of these positions serve you, there is always a third option of bringing both feet to the ground and bringing your left arm over the top of your right thigh and folding forward. Find what feels good for 2 deep breaths. Release tension and find your way into deeper relaxation. Slowly come out of the position. Bring your right hand back to support you as you peel your left arm up. And we'll come to the opposite side from whatever variation you have taken. If you are in Sphinx or child's pose, left hand supports you as the right hand threads underneath. Walk the left arm forward and square your chest down. Know as well, if you ever feel like a different position will serve you better, you can always go to that position. That includes from child's, if you would prefer a twist, you can always look up as opposed to squaring your chest down. Though I am a guide upon this journey, know that the most important guide is what your body tells you. Is you upon your own mat. And that is why throughout this whole practice, we're building awareness through being observant of the sensations in the body so that the voice of the guide becomes stronger. The voice of you, the voice of that inner guide. Bring the left hand back in, support yourself up as you inhale. And 2 options for our next pose, our counter pose, open wing. If you are in child's pose, bring your left arm out to the side. The right hand can come next to the right knee as you slowly lower the left shoulder down. Option to bring the head to a block or a blanket. To come to the sensation that feels good, ensuring your elbow feels safe. If you are on your belly, Bring the left hand out to the side. The right hand plants next to the right chest. Bend the right knee and bring it up and over, maybe to a block, or the leg can float. Coming to the sensation that feels good. Whichever form you choose, allow your right hand to be a lever. And again, tune into the sensation of your left shoulder, of your left chest. What micro motions can you make using that lever to bring you further into or out of the position and find that sweet spot? To find the spot where you feel the stretch and it feels good. From either position, slowly come back to center. Tap out the left fingertips. If you're on your belly, shake out the hips. And we'll come to the other side. Right hand extends long. Bring your left hand next to your chest or left next to your knee. Bend the left knee if you're on the ground. And bring it up and over. Find your depth in this position. Deep inhale. Exhale and release. Where can your inhales take you? Where can your breath take you? Slowly come back to the belly if you're on the ground. Come out of the position, tap out your right fingertips, shake your hips. And we'll meet in child's pose, taking your journey there, however you would like to arrive. Come forward into tabletop and shift onto your glutes. Bring your legs out in front of you, plant it on the ground, deep bend in the knees. Lean forward over the legs and take your hands, clasping them at the base of your skull. Slowly allow gravity to pull the head down. Finding a stretch through the neck, through the back. Gentle release. The legs supporting you in this position. Find the arm placement that feels the best in your spine. For me, my elbows tend to gravitate towards the outside of the knees. And let every exhale be a release. Slowly unwind, unclasp your hands, gently raise up. And take your journey down to your back. Legs are long in front of you. And your arms will be out overhead, reaching towards the sky. Well, I mean, not really reaching towards the sky, reaching overhead towards whatever is beyond your head. Bring both hands to the top right corner of the mat. Right hand can grab onto left wrist. Bring both feet to the bottom right corner, and left foot can cross over the top of right for banana asana. Side body stretch in the left side, deep inhale. Exhale. As we have mentioned in different ways, so many times throughout our 30-day challenge, true strength and the foundations of strength are not just the ability to work hard, to perform hard, to build muscle through deep engagement of these muscles. It is also largely the ability to slow down and give oneself recovery time for space to be created and the muscles to be able to grow, to fill that space, undo knots, and through that also gain flexibility and mobility to help enhance the strength and make the strength more effective. Slowly unwinds, come back to center. And we'll find Banana Asana on the opposite side. Hands come to the top left corner, left hand to right wrist. Cross the right foot over the top of the left as they come to the bottom corner. Inhale, expand. Exhale, find depth. One thing I love about the movement of yoga asana is that many of the poses that look as though they would take the most muscle largely also take flexibility, mobility, and conscious control. Because through the addition of those other forms of ability, the body is able to accomplish much harder, seemingly harder movements or positions with much more ease. To get into forms that look like they would require a lot of strength in muscle alone, when really it's also the stabilizer muscles, it's the small muscles, and it's the balance. And it's knowing where to engage so that there doesn't have to be a brute force engagement of bigger muscles alone. Slowly come back to center. Unwind, shake out through your shoulders, through your hips. Take any other motions that your body is asking for in this moment. Motions through the hips, the shoulders. To make this experience feel more complete, before coming to your final resting position, whatever is calling to you, any form or shape. Deep inhale. Exhale, release tension. Let the body melt into the floor. And for the next moment, just as important as our movement and reflection and our recovery, is time for stillness to process these active experiences, and for me to stop ranting about things in movement. Take this next moment to just be. Stay here as long as serves you. Thank you for being part of our Wellbeing Café community, for building your foundations and strength and taking time to recover with us, for being part of this challenge all the way to day 14 and bringing your presence to you. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel but are enjoying the content, please subscribe to see notifications and more releases. May wherever your day goes next be someplace beautiful, and we'll see you tomorrow.